Thank you for watching Vinland Outpost. I am your host, Amir of Hazelwood, and this is my video journals I will be doing every day, once a day. I've slacked off a bit on it because of mental health and physical health. Um, Surviving is incredibly difficult out here. I've been dealing with a lot of severe weather out here. Um, we've had some pretty bad ice storms out here, and a good deal of rainfall as well. Snow's coming. Newfoundland doesn't usually hit its hard point until the end of December, starting into January, from my experience. I've only been here now going on close to 4 years. Yeah, I'm trying to do these videos unedited and uh, uncorrected. So if there's any grammatical errors or anything like that, it's because I'm trying to give a direct line of conversation to you, the viewers. If you like this content, or if you would like to see this content evolve into something much more, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I will be posting daily now that my health is improving and my survival chances have increased again. I am a custom leather crafter. I live in a place called Point Verde, Newfoundland. It's not completely off the grid, but it's isolated enough that I don't see humans that much. For what I do see, it's mostly the locals who've been doing everything to keep me alive out here because finances are tight. I'm unvaccinated, so the government is trying to starve us out and force us to get the shots, but it is not only dangerous for where I live to get the shots because there are adverse effects to the shots, and even the health officials will even say the same thing, that there's a chance that you can have an adverse reaction, and there is no help coming for me. I can't even call an ambulance where I live. There's no cell reception. So yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle, but I've had my down days. A lot of the topics I will be going on will be about mental health and physical health, and the aspects that are required to live this lifestyle. One, do not do this alone. If you do this alone, set up resources to build yourself up and to keep yourself fit. You are your own worst enemy in this situation. If you get inside your head and you can't find your way out, it could prove fatal. That being said, this has always been a one-way trip for me, so there is no going back for me. And the reason I say that is because I lived a life where there were a lot of safety nets, which allowed me to quit what I was at instead of following through on a lot of things. When things got tough, I always was like, okay, well, I can quit and I can depend on family and friends, and yeah, I can either try again later or I can try something else. And so I said no to that anymore. This is it. Now, that being said, I've developed a network of friends to have conversations with, to socialize with, in ways to help with my mental health, but my physical health, I don't get a lot. I get no assistance whatsoever. There's a scattered time someone might help me with something, but for the most part, I am purely on my own. The help I do receive is from locals. They brought out foodstuffs and everything like that. One of my goals is to be completely off of all processed foods and to be away from processed sugars and everything like that, to go completely healthy. I've stopped drinking. That's mostly due to mental health reasons, because alcohol is a depressant, and until I'm in a better place, alcohol is not a place to be for me. That being said, I've slowed down on my main source of income, which is leather crafting. This is a 20 round, 12 gauge shotgun ammunition belt that I made up. A purse I'm almost finished now. And this is a satchel purse, a messenger bag purse. And yeah, I'm slowly creating more and more items now to stock a store. I have a physical store, but it has very little human interaction, like I said, where I live too. So now that my immediate threat pertaining survival has been met, I've got heat again, I've got water again, I got food again. Greatly thankful to a lot of the locals out here. So yes, striving to go forward and making sure that I do everything in the right order. One thing I cannot stress enough is for people to build up networks. Like, find an online yoga instructor for one, or meditation expert, or even attempt it yourself if that's something you're really keen on trying to explore. It will be a big boon to you to find these methods to help with your coping skills. There's a lot of people in this world who say that they can do it, and with me being on social media, I see posts all the time like, oh, I could live in the woods for a month without Wi-Fi or internet or social media. That, I don't believe it when I see it for most people. They live in society, and they think society is the reason why their life is going through I don't know how to properly make it a proper word to make it social media acceptable, but they think that society is what is causing them their mental health issues, which isn't the case. It's an excuse for them to not look upon themselves and figure out what the real root cause and the problem is. Humans may stress you out. Society may stress you out. But if you choose to live in that society and don't say, oh, I can't do it. I literally went to a place where I have no ties to anybody, no human contact. I am on my own for 90% of the time. I have a cat, Puka. She can be stressful at times, but yeah, that's about it for me. No spouse, no nothing. That being said, it isn't easy by any scale or margin. And yeah, so as I'm waiting for the house to warm up right now, I figure I'll get back into doing the video content. If you like this content and you like to see this channel definitely evolve, like I said, please like, subscribe, and share. I'm on Patreon, minds.com. Both of those are A Mayor of Hazelwood. I'm toying with the idea of changing the channels over to my company name, Vinland Outpost. But as of for now, I'm leaving them as they are, as I'm testing the waters to see which is the better aspect to go about. So let's dive into the most recent stuff. With back pain increasing, leg pain still staying at the same high level as it was, my mental health has really dipped in a lot of aspects. And I had to struggle to keep myself going, and there's parts where I didn't have the ability to keep going. And again, I'm thankful for the locals for coming in and checking on me every so often. But I can't depend on that. I have to seek out a way to do this on my own. It's nice to have them there, but when it comes down to it, I made this choice to go with this lifestyle. I made this choice to go and seek this spiritual path that I'm on. So, yeah, I would highly recommend investing in a physical library. What I mean physical libraries, don't depend on electronics. Electronics can fail, power can go out, internet may not be a thing for you. So, as that is said and done, invest in some books that you can read, that you can lose your mind in at times, and to concentrate on an external force to get yourself out of your head. I do watch social media and content creators on YouTube and Rumble and whatnot. But as a lot of this content is getting a little bit more aggressive with all the chaos in the world on the outside, I've backed away from a lot of it, or I've taken it in short stints here or there, because news and social media can be a detriment as much as a boon to you, because it really outlines the chaos in the world and the animosity in the world, and in doing so can, especially if you're empathic like me, when you feel a lot of emotion, very easy, especially given off by other people, you tend to you tend to absorb it in the wrong sense. So yeah, I got heat back, I got water back, food. I'm working on an aquaponics system right now. I'm trying to create content both to socialize myself with the outside world, to keep myself from going completely feral, but at the same time I'm also trying to create a revenue stream so that way I can do future projects. The first thing on the agenda is to try to raise enough money to get a better video recording system, so that way I can start doing a lot more projects on camera. That being said, I am trying to find other means as well, and I will be looking into I'll be looking into increasing my sales online now that my health is getting better. Again, it wanes, it goes up and down, but even the bad times now, I'm trying to get into the aspect of forcing myself to push forward even when it really feels like I can't. So, yes, we had a huge ice storm last night and strong winds. Couldn't have the wood stove going because of blowback. I don't have a chimney cap on my stove right now. Um, Other than that, I've been slowly getting a little bit more exercise where my body will allow me to. It hasn't been the most easiest of times, but I'm pushing forward with that. And yeah, I'm looking at trying to design a few new leather projects. Right now, I'm trying to make a rucksack. That's been on my mind for a long time now, and it's something that I'm fully trying to push myself forward to make because it's something both I need, but it's something I could stock in my store and potentially increase sales. Um, yeah. Other than that, I've been staying steady with some social media. I don't really pay a lot of attention to the Canadian news channels because they're government run and therefore they're not telling you 100% the truth. There may be some truth embedded in a lot of the misinformation that they give you, but for the majority of things, yeah, American news, depending on the source, is more reliable than what you'll find 90% of the time in Canada. This will probably be the last Easter egg I will be doing on the Stephen Crowder and Tom McDonald thing because I'm pushing forward to actually start the video content and reaction videos to their content. But I've re- I've really liked the way they've gone with things. They've pushed themselves outside their normal box they originally started in, and they have evolved in ways to expand what their subjects that they talk on. That being said, I've had to, like I said, step back from their content a lot because with my mental health being as fragile as it is right now due to constant pain in my back and my leg, affecting my mind a lot with the government forcing isolation on those who spiritually or medically can't get the vaccine. Yeah, it's weighed a lot heavy on my heart, so and my mind. So I've had to slow in on the content on that just to prevent myself from going and getting too stressed out. Because again, I can't stress it enough. You are your own worst enemy. There is no other enemy like yourself. You only defeat yourself. You can always stand toe to toe with an external force, but an internal force such as an internal force as yourself, you'll find ways to defeat yourself without even knowing it. So, that being said, I had to step away from these channels because not because they're bad content, but because they're covering controversial topics that are hectic and chaotic in so many ways. So I am going to keep this short right now because I have a lot to do today. I have a lot of repairs to do on the house after the storm. And on top of that, I have a lot of projects to catch up on. So, if I can leave you with any words of wisdom, if you are having a hard time, whether you're off the grid or in society, it is not wrong or weak of you to seek help, to seek someone to talk to, whether it be a friend, a social worker, a therapist, a family member. It actually shows strength to do these things. So keep yourself healthy, keep yourself strong. You can make it through this year. This year has been terrible, and there may be terrible years yet to come. You do yourself no service, and you do no one else any service by giving up or giving in. That I can't stress enough. You have to make sure to look after you and yourself first and foremost. So don't think yourself weak. Don't think yourself incapable of talking to someone. Don't think it's irrelevant or it's futile. Find an external source from which you can vent to and use it regularly. Use it a couple times a week at least. Because again, you can make it through this. You can get through anything. You're strong enough to do this. You just have to believe in yourself, even if no one else will. So I will be wrapping up now because, yeah, I got a lot on the go and time is precious. So again, this is Amir of Hazelwood from Vinland Outpost. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the time and checking out my content. Again, if you do like my content and you wish to see more, or if you wish to see this channel grow, please like, subscribe, and share. You can make all the difference in the world. It takes steps. Sometimes those steps seem giant, but please just take baby steps. It's easier to catch yourself when you fall if you're taking smaller steps than larger steps. Thank you for listening and have yourself a great day. Bye.